Hit the Hay Evil Incorporated.
Sir, it would seem as though you've fallen into my podcast. Your timing is impeccable. And by that I mean completely impeccable! Welcome to Hit the Hay, guys.
Phineas and Ferb was a good show.
Gonna hit hay
Words
simultaneously.
Except for the fact that we're recording this in the morning.
Yeah, so like we have
I'm gonna go back to sleep when I get home.
we have hit the hay, and we can tell you what our experience was like.
The hay has been sufficiently hit.
Yes, and in my opinion, has not been hit long enough.
No.
Oof, no.
The hay's really been asking for it all these years.
Guys, I thought of a name for both of our fans.
Okay.
Haymakers.
Jesus.
Good lordy. Okay. Well, it's been a while,
It
guys.
has.
Yeah.
It's been far too long.
We bring you consistent content in the sense that there are consistently long breaks in between it.
like once a month.
Yeah, that's what we... Have we been doing it once a month?
Well, I think our first one came out in April. Our second one came out in May. Now this is June, so as long as this comes out before the
largely
30th.
a month.
But I remember talking about the Loudred one like during the run of Anne.
But it didn't actually get posted until
That's
I was
true. That's
on the
right.
travel study.
That is
so,
true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oof. Oh, guys, you heard about the Dexit?
No.
No.
That's all. That they're not having all of the Pokemon in the new.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Dexit.
What?
Dexit.
I haven't heard it referred to as Dexit. That's pretty great.
What?
It is, well, because it's, the Galar region.
Okay.
They're
so,
not letting every Pokemon in.
Yeah. So
Oh.
what? Basically, they're only bringing back a certain amount of Pokemon in the
Okay.
new Sword and Shield. So essentially, they've deemed like only certain popular Pokemon will be a part of the Galar region Pokédex.
Okay.
So rip in peace Dunsparce. Hopefully rip Loudred.
Wait, guys. Reddit poll recently.
Whisper and Exploud can all stay.
Yeah.
Dunsparce was the 68th most popular Pokemon on a Reddit poll.
Really?
Okay.
It was. And I posted, it was like, hey, there's some post that was like, hey, every Pokemon is somebody's favorite. I was like, yo, we got any Dunsparce fans in the house? And I got 900 upvotes.
Wow.
That's the only time I've ever got any meaningful amount of upvotes
Wow.
in all my time on Reddit.
You're
Was
just
that one post.
bathing in karma.
I know. I don't know what to do with these fake internet points.
That's really the problem nowadays, isn't it? You
Yeah.
don't really know what to do with all your fake internet points.
Yeah.
It's like you have them, and now what?
So apparently I'm not the only Dunsparce fan out there.
Yeah, Dunsparce is a Pokemon for patricians.
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm not the only one who was using him to flinchlock either, apparently, judging by one of those comments.
I've never understood what it's like to feel aggressively ambivalent towards something.
The Dexit or Dunsparce?
Dunsparce.
What?
I just feel so very much nothing.
About Dunsparce?
Yeah, I don't hate it. It's
Dude,
not a
that's
bad
kind of the
design.
point of Dunsparce, it's such a pathetic Pokemon, and you love it because of that.
Okay.
But because you can also do some kind of abusable things with it that aren't really viable and competitive, but are still sort of fun.
Sure.
See, I sort of felt the same way about Dunsparce until I heard Sam's story of making Dunsparce his starter.
What?
I did a normal type run. I didn't end up beating the Elite Four. But I did a normal...
Surprise.
Yeah, I did a normal type run of Pokemon, and Dunsparce was my starter.
Okay.
He was a tank, and he carried my team.
It's like like when the Game Grumps decided that they wanted to beat
Beedrill.
Fire Red with Beedrill.
Yeah, but dude, seriously, Dunsparce, you get that glare, headbutt, oof, it's over, mate. You're flinching. You're just flinching over and over again.
That's how
Serene Grace is actually a really good ability.
That's how I get out of awkward situations at parties.
Glare
I glare at them, then headbutt them, and disappear.
Eat.
Yep. But yeah, Dunsparce. All you Dunsparce fans out there, I feel you.
Nice.
Both.
Well, a few things have happened since we last met.
Yep. Connor lost an arm.
Yeah. I It was an artistic choice.
Yeah.
I decided that I wanted to, as a drummer, go down the path of Def Leppard.
Yep. It's what needed to be done.
Yeah, they say he's a better drummer now with one arm than he was when he had two. So you know, it can't be that bad. That's terrible. That's really bad.
No, yeah, that was kind of awful.
That
Why
was
did you make that
that's
joke?
kind of
man?
awful.
Jeez, Emmett, we're gonna have to take you off the podcast for that one.
Def Leppard is gonna demonetize us.
Oof. If you're listening to us, Def Leppard, how?
Specifically the drummer. I can't remember his name, which I feel bad because I did
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
If Def Leppard is listening to us, how?
It's not a real leopard spelled Leppard.
And it's not real deaf either. It's just DEF.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to know how that band got its name?
Actually, I think I've heard this.
I haven't.
You tell the story, Sam.
Well, it's because one day the lead singer drew a leopard without any ears.
Okay, that is
Wow.
what I thought it was.
What did you think it was?
I don't know. I thought one of them had like a cat or something named Leopard that was literally deaf.
That's Limp Bizkit.
Oh. I knew I was thinking of one of the two. Because the guy had a dog named Biscuit who had a limp. They
Yeah.
named their band
Aw.
after
See, that's
Limp
adorable.
Bizkit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they did not have an actual leopard who was actually deaf.
No, not. I just thought like their cat or something was named Leopard.
No, the lead singer drew a leopard without any ears,
Yeah.
and it was like, that's a band right there.
Eat.
Thanks
How
for that
dare you.
ASMR break,
I
Emma.
really should have upped the levels.
Yeah, I'm just like that.
On
That
this
thing
before.
doesn't look like it's moving on.
It's gonna show up. I just gotta boost it a bit in.
boost it.
I'll fix it in post.
That's yeah.
Oh, so
Um,
guys, so I have a discussion topic.
Okay.
Okay.
You know how, like, you're cruising around, like, you know, fandom stuff, and you get these soulmate AUs, you know?
Sure.
Like, it's
Because I
like,
spend so much time cruising around fandoms.
I'm sure you do, Emmett.
Cruising fandom.
But they're all like, it's like, you know, when you meet, the first word your soulmate says to you are tattooed on your body from birth, or, when you meet your soulmate, you know, a light flash goes off, or something like that. You know, that kind of stuff?
Okay.
It's like, all these weird soulmate AUs, you know, they're really dystopian and creepy.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, one sec. So it's like,
I-
basically, this is an alternate universe version where you, like, would essentially be connected to a person forever.
Yeah.
And when you
Like-
find them, then
Then there's some sort of sign, is the usual way these go.
okay. Or you
Okay.
just have their name tattooed on you from birth and you just have to find them.
Yeah, in essence.
Or you have like a birthmark the shape of their face.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't understand why I have a birthmark that looks like Harry Styles.
I don't understand why I have a birthmark that looks like Gordon Ramsay.
I don't understand why I have a birthmark that looks like Voldemort.
It's like, it looks like I got stuck with a literal gremlin.
There's a band. There's a boy band. Harry Styles, Gordon Ramsay, and Ralph Fiennes as Voldemort.
No, I'm not talking about the actor who portrayed Voldemort. Because then it would show his face. I'm
Right.
talking about the fictional character Voldemort.
Okay,
And a gremlin.
nice.
Or it's like, you know, what if you like, you know,
That's a pretty dope band. I'd
You're-
listen to them.
like, you know, you're growing older and your birthmark is sort of like, you know, you're starting to be able to figure out what it is, and then it's like a dog.
Dude, that...
Does that mean you're a furry?
I guess. Like, I don't
Hey,
know.
listen, if it's platonic, that's really wholesome. If not, oh
yeah.
no.
What? Maybe that just means that, like, when you come across the dog, it's just like, well, I guess I gotta adopt this dog,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we'll be a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
But can you, like, tell the difference between, like, the faces of, like... I mean, if it's like the same breed of dog, they have, like, similar faces, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, the sad thing about that is that a dog's lifespan isn't all that long, so, like, maybe you're just, like, your
Isn't-
soulmate is a specific breed of
Wouldn't
dog that you
wouldn't
What
that?
the hell?
I don't know, that you just, like, throughout your life you have, like, it's like the queen, like, her soulmate is definitely corgis.
Anyway, point being, are you seeing why these soulmate AUs are really dystopian and creepy?
Yeah, so, like, I guess the concept of a soulmate, is it, like, guaranteed that you're going to be happy with this person?
I don't know, man. And, like, what if you don't? And, like,
I think it. I mean, then you're going into the question of whether whatever force is like
infallible.
deciding these
These
relationships
relationships.
is a malevolent or benevolent
Yeah, or ambivalent.
or ambivalent
Yeah.
force. You know,
Yeah.
maybe it's just sitting there like, what if I put these two together? They just gotta stick together. They're just stuck
Well,
with each
also,
other.
what if like
It's
what
gonna
if, like-
suck for them.
what if like the best person for a person who's like really awful and abusive is you? You
Whoa.
know?
Whoa,
Frig.
Yeah, dude.
I don't want none of
No,
that.
I don't like that.
I've got too much self-respect to make that a thing. I don't care if you're.
Like,
I don't care if you've been like.
because if everyone has a
Metaphys-
soulmate, awful people have a soulmate too. You know?
I guess. Like, I don't know. You kind of. I feel like people have this hope for quote unquote awful people that they just end up finding their soulmate in another awful person. Like you wouldn't
Well,
want.
gee whiz.
You
now,
You wouldn't want a decent person.
now Hitler and Ayn Rand have teamed up. What have you done?
You know what they exactly. But then the sentiment
Christ.
is they deserve each other.
Yeah, but now they're able to commit more evil. Maybe more efficiently.
But also maybe the fact that they're both terrible people will sabotage their teamwork.
Yeah, and I feel like they had different philosophies.
I mean, yes, but they're...
It's like, you know, they get so caught up in, like, you know, their philosophical differences. that
Especially
it's not
since
able to get anything done anymore.
especially since Ayn Rand's whole thing was like individualism and be
Yeah.
like the only thing that matters is myself.
Yeah, whereas...
Well, Hitler also thought he was the only thing that mattered.
But then-
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're gonna work great together.
Yeah, there you go.
wow. What
Well,
a hypothetical.
we're throwing out some very spicy ships right now.
Yeah.
Spicy chips. Ugh.
I don't want to see a single piece of Ayn Rand Hitler friggin'
Fan art.
fanfic.
They would make a very interesting Bioshock game.
It would.
It would. Okay, so next Bioshock game, is it going to be underground? Is it going to be on the moon? Where are we going to have this city? And what philosophy are we going to be taking down this time?
They've already
boys?
done Under the Water, and they've
Under
already
the
done In the
Sea.
Sky.
And they've already done Republicans, Libertarians, and
Collectivists.
collectivists. That was
I
the one.
don't know anything about
Bioshock?
Bioshock.
Okay, think of a philosophy, and now think of a weird place to build a city.
You've got a Bioshock game.
Undertale?
You heard it here first, folks. Violence and again underground. Yeah, there's
Right.
Undertale is a Bioshock game.
Yeah.
Wow, we're making real big strides here on the Hit the Hay podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Combination of I don't know anything about Bioshock as I just said,
Mhm.
but I would love to see some combination art of Undertale and Bioshock, just from what I've seen
That
of
would
the
be pretty
game.
nuts.
Yeah, that would be nuts.
Right?
Dude.
Okay, yeah, dang.
Like my favorite parts of Undertale are when it gets like just a little bit too dark.
Yeah, yeah, honestly.
Toby Fox, make it happen.
Toby Fox
Make-
made Bioshock.
Make Deltarune Chapter 2 a Bioshock game.
Yes.
I'm into it.
Little did you know. It already is.
Oh, but point being, soulmate AUs are kind of dystopian and creepy.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm with you on that. Where do you find these soulmate AUs? You said you were just browsing fandoms.
Are you like seeking them out, or do they just
No,
kind of...
on the Tumblr or the Rada.
The Tumblr.
See, I guess I'm just not following the right people
Yeah.
to come across this
See,
stuff.
I think Sam lives in a very specific internet niche where he finds
Yeah.
these things that we are completely unaware of. But
Yeah.
Hey,
Sam
anyone-
is like the shepherd to lead us through these.
He's
these
our
horrifying tales of the
internet Sherpa.
Hey, anyone out there Cosmere aware? Just check it.
Okay.
What?
But speaking of which, I feel like this is a good segue into a new, unique segment of Sam leading us on a journey through the bowels of the internet.
Hey, should we do that now?
Let's
Yeah,
go to the
I-
Cryptid Wiki.
I
This
feel like
is-
this is the right time.
This is gonna be weird, seeing as it's a podcast and
Yeah.
doesn't have much of a
Well, we can narrate some of these things that we find.
So let's just go to the Cryptid Wiki, man.
Yeah.
What exactly is the Cryptid Wiki? Like, where
Yeah,
do I
Sam,
need
give
to
us a rundown.
Where do I need to go?
Like, what's the web address first off? www.cryptidwiki.com.
Emmett, you figured it out.
Is that actually what it is?
HTTPS.
Google Cryptid Wiki. Like, Google exists for a reason, my dudes. And it's like,
Wiki.
literally everything where you're asking people on the internet, like Yahoo Ask, is like, why don't you just Google it?
Okay, so it's just on fandom.com.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go into list of cryptids.
Okay, take a shot every time one isn't a cryptid.
So,
like, mathematically.
So, for a little bit of foreknowledge, every plant or animal on this page is marked as one of the following. Unconfirmed, which is cryptids whose existence is alleged but not demonstrated.
That means it's a cryptid.
Okay.
It's not a cryptid otherwise.
if it's confirmed, it's
We've
an
got
animal.
our
that's how animals work.
We've got our first cryptid hot take. Then we got discredited, which is cryptids that have a body of evidence against their existence.
That's a hoax, fam. That's not a cryptid.
Okay. Then proposed, which is cryptids with an alternative explanation accepted by the general scientific community.
That's just a thing.
I feel like that's sort of...
You can't just say that!
I feel like that still, like, could potentially fall into cryptid territory.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, this could be the reality,
The goat man,
or it could be the cryptid.
The goat man could just be a man who's a goat. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
That's accepted by the scientific community.
Then there's extinct, which is...
That's just an extinct animal.
That's not like
But it goes on. Animals that are generally believed to be extinct, but which cryptozoologists believe may have an extant relict population.
extant
Okay.
relict. You know what
Here's
that
my
means, Sam?
no. Here's my
Okay.
Here's another cryptid hot take real quick. I hate it when cryptozoologists say, "Oh, it's just a dinosaur." No, that's lazy and nonsensical. Come up with something better.
Okay, so they distinguish some of the words that you said that these things just are from whatever from the categories I just said. So confirmed animals once classified as cryptids, but whose existence has now been confirmed.
Like the platypus or the okapi.
Exactly. Then
Or gorillas.
Then there's a hoax, which is cryptids once thought to be real, but later conclusively proven to be hoaxes.
Now, another thing about a hoax is that it should be defined as that there is a human perpetrator of a hoax.
Okay.
That should be a part of the definition.
Okay, and then there's the former, which is cryptids that with findings have been proved to be living and real and known as animals or plants.
The platypus, gorilla, etc.
So, like, yeah, some of these are kind of redundant.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is there a random button, or is there just like... do we
Wait,
just wanna go for a weird
after
name?
we've gotten up, I saw one up here in the trending tab, white canine.
White canine.
I'm pretty sure those are just real.
That's a white dog.
Well, gee whiz, the hunt is over, folks. We did it.
Pretty sure
We did it, Reddit.
Pretty sure Alicia has one of those.
We did it, Reddit.
We did.
Like maybe it's a light yellow, but
Still.
you know.
Now we've got
like Polar
white canine and we've got Tennessee Ghost Dog.
Tennessee Ghost Dog sounds
I
way
was like,
is a
more-
pretty great indie
I would
band.
click on that.
I'm curious.
Alright, who wants to read this?
Okay. Wait, were you clearing your throat because you wanted to read it or because you wanted me to read it?
Oh no, I specifically cleared my throat so that you could talk. So that you wouldn't have to worry about your throat.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah,
Vicarious throat clearance.
The ghost dog is a ghost, presumably of a dog,
That maybe we're already on board.
cited in Tennessee.
Okay, this is pretty consistent.
Mainly in eastern Tennessee.
Okay.
It is described as being very large and solid black in color.
So it's not a white canine.
Yeah, so there's a good distinction between the two.
Yes.
Okay, we've worked it out.
Sightings. Witnesses claim that the large black dog barks and growls at locals, you know,
Like a dog.
like a dog might. And is known to occasionally bite victims before disappearing.
like a dog might.
Except for the disappearing part.
Yeah,
You know.
if it's
Dogs can walk away.
disappearing is a very loose term here.
Just,
It's
are
like,
we
do you mean literally like vanishing into thin
like
air?
like the fangs sink in and then suddenly it just dematerializes?
or is it like, you know, it just like wanders off into the night until you can't see it anymore because it's dark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explanations. The ghost dog is featured in one of Bill Chanel's real or fake videos where he goes to visit a family in Tennessee. He and a local time to learn how to read. Resident trekked into the nearby woods hoping to find answers. The two eventually find 3 wooden dog houses, all of them rotting and withering away.
That's pretty creepy.
That's-
but doesn't prove anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That image in general is creepy.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good album cover.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. That was...
Yeah. Behind the dog houses is a large pit,
What?
almost as if it was a dogfighting ring. Interesting. Bill Chanel theorized that the Tennessee ghost dog could be the ghost of a dog killed in a dogfight.
Or it could be an escaped dog from a dog fight.
Sure. Could the ghost dog be the ghost of a dog trying to seek revenge?
It's
I'm
just
sorry.
a dog that's angry at the world for like, you know, like some guy like had his like, you know, dog fighting ring, but this dog just now hates everyone that ever existed in Eastern Tennessee for standing by and doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's
Listen.
a sin of omission, really.
Listen, no. I think you're kidding yourself if you don't believe that the population of Eastern Tennessee was involved. They were involved actively in this dog.
They were betting. They were laying down their cash on these dogs.
I was just imagining what if the sentence just ended with, could the ghost dog be the ghost of a dog?
You know, maybe.
Could you imagine?
Is it a demon? Is it simply a normal dog? The topic is up for debate. As though Bill Chanel determined this anomaly to be unknown.
Oh, wow. You didn't find objective proof of ghost dogs, Bill?
What does your channel exist for?
0 comments.
Let's leave one. I think it's just a dog.
I don't have a fandom account.
I don't know.
Time to make one,
Yeah.
homie.
I feel like, you know, making a fandom account is opening up a specific chapter in your life, you know, that
So-
you just, like, can't be sure whether or not you're going to be coming back
That-
from that.
That's an adventure for another podcast.
Yeah.
I want to see White Canine, though.
Alright.
This is the dog episode of Cryptid Wiki.
In Maine woods, not like the, tangential woods.
Yeah, no, the
The main
most
ones.
important ones.
Yeah. A creature very similar to an albino fox was...
I think we figured it out.
We're solving the mystery, fam.
This is so ridiculous. Was photographed in 1972. Later in 2018, Benjamin Garcia Constanzo, son of the witness Pablo Constanzo, published the story and also an image of the cryptid as seen in the footer.
I absolutely love third-hand testimonies.
So what we're looking at, I'm gonna try and describe
Is-
it.
My father once took a picture of a white fox.
But I'm looking at it, and this is a weird looking fox. It's like super skinny, and it's walking like a velociraptor. Like
It's got some
walking
good
on
motion
its
blur.
Yeah,
It might just be a funny looking tree.
it might be, or like some weird cotton stuff that kind
Yeah.
of starts to
Or
accumulate.
it could be like it could be just a dog that has motion blur because it's moving.
Yeah. The first sighting happened in 1972 in Maine Woods, USA. Pablo Constanzo and his parents were sightseeing in the United States.
As you do.
Hiking in Maine Woods. They were filming a home movie when a white canine silhouette appeared on the side of the road.
1 second. Let's pause. A white canine silhouette. I feel like that's like
No, that's
contradictory.
yeah.
Yeah.
no.
How do you have a white silhouette?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly. Like I mean, this is semantics, but this is already not necessarily holding out to the realms of facts. and
We're,
logic.
we're throwing out some Phoenix Wright style objections right here.
Yeah.
We found a contradiction in that statement.
Objection.
Hold it right there.
Because we have the burden to disprove this.
Hey. The creature had the appearance of an albino fox that walked on two legs.
Now we're getting
Okay,
somewhere.
yeah, now we're getting somewhere. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
That's something.
The frightened father took a picture, and then the creature, upon hearing the click of the camera, fled. That's a little, that's a bit of an assumption.
Yeah, so it hears this canine, which presumably has a nose like other canines, goes like
Here's a
it
statement.
gets scared away by the click of a camera and doesn't smell the fact that there are humans approaching.
Yeah, well, here's another thing. Like, a white fox, you've seen dogs that standing on your hind legs is a trick you can teach a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
But
not
I-
like...
but
it's
I
a
don't
thing
feel
that a
like-
dog could do. If, let's say this fox is just, like, bracing itself, leaning up against a tree with its paws
Yeah,
up
scratches
against
its back.
Yeah,
Like
or
a bear.
something like that.
Oh boy, I'm just taking a peek at the next account.
Yeah, let's move on.
Ruined party.
The white fox ruins a party.
Bro, party foul.
In the shining year of 1999, some friends were drinking at Maine Woods, and they were drunk.
That makes sense.
This testimony just
follows?
got all the much more credible.
Suddenly, something white appeared in the brush.
Bro,
Something
white thing in the brush?
Is that George W. Bush?
they thought it was a man in a suit, but it was a white fox walking on two legs.
Wait,
so-
no, okay, wait a minute.
This is another This is another hard pause. Straight up, they just saw a furry in the woods and didn't know what to make of it. So like these dude bros are having their party, and like all of a sudden there's like some guy who's just like wanted to be included, but they didn't invite him because he's a furry. And
leave your
he
prejudice
just
at
starts
home.
watching
He's a furry
from the
in a
bushes.
sea of
This
chads.
isn't a prejudice. This is literally just how
Yeah.
the situation could have played out. So this furry wanted to come to the party, wasn't allowed, and just started watching them from the bushes. And these guys thought it was a cryptid. This is what happened.
All right.
This is my plausible
Or,
explanation.
here's the thing. It was a literal man in a suit who wandered by, hey guys, and they were all just
Like a
really drunk, and it was like, whoa, is that a man?
Like a
fox?"
three-piece white suit.
Yeah, like
They were like, oh my gosh, it's a fox.
Excuse me, gentlemen, do you know where a simple country lawyer like
It's a-
myself could find a party to attend? My name is Jimothy Fox.
Did he?
Oh, dudes, it's a fox. What?
no, he's just a silver fox. It's a really handsome old man.
Oh, dude.
All
I bet
right.
he is.
Anyway, they thought it was a white fox walking on two legs, which fled the scene after one of the friends threw a rock at it.
Wow, what a jerk.
Yeah, what an asshole. So,
Yeah,
yeah, no, this
screw
furry is
you.
just feeling lonely and wanted to come to this party. And
Or
it's
this simple country lawyer who
Literally.
is a handsome old man.
like literally stoning this guy.
Oh boy.
Wow, these dude bros are the worst.
And finally, Ghost in the Dark.
Goes to
In the glorious year of our Lord 2006,
that's
A very good year.
some people put a camera somewhere in Maine Woods, and they left it there all night.
Cool, just for kicks?
Yeah, just because, they saw what the camera recorded, and after 2 hours of recording, they saw a white fox-like silhouette. There we go again with a white silhouette, wandering around shortly before disappearing into the darkness. Now, in this account, I'll vouch for the white silhouette, because if it's camera footage,
You can get
Well,
then
it's
you'll
probably a
just
night vision
then
camera.
what you
yeah.
might just see is a white shape.
Well, it's like that
like
white
a night
motion
vision
blur there.
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. But if we've got actual camera footage, why didn't this go to the scientific community?
So this fox, I don't know what the general lifespan of a fox is, but this has been cited at least between the years 1972 to 2006, which I think, is plausibly far longer than any fox should live.
Now, here's part two. Like, the thing with any cryptid is, like, is there a population that is sustained?
Mm-hmm. Like, is there literally just like one fox just like one fox just got woke, and
I am a man now.
Started walking on 2 legs. Started teaching a couple of the other, like, you
4
know,
legs
foxes.
good, 2 legs better, 4 legs good. Any of y'all read Animal Farm?
No.
Whack, dude.
All right. Well, that was the white canine.
Yeah. So I think we should do one more entry on the Cryptid Wiki and then move on.
Yeah. Should we do the Wahila or the Tibicina?
Well, is
Now
that...
the Wahila sounds promising. I like this. This might be like something that's not immediately like absurd.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's called the Wahila, and you're saying it's not. It's
Okay.
another dog.
This is
Man,
just
we-
a
this is
dog.
a dog episode.
Oh my gosh! Should we look at Mike the Headless Chicken instead?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that was a real thing.
We're clicking on
We're
it.
gonna find out. Mike the Headless Chicken,
Wait.
also known as Miracle Mike.
God bless him.
An absolute unit.
Wow!
Literal
Wow!
picture. I'm pretty sure this is a real thing that I've read about before and not a cryptid. Just a chicken who survived with his head
It
cut off
actually
for a long-
says Mike the Headless Chicken, also known as Miracle Mike, was a former cryptid, thought by many to be a hoax that lived for 18 months after his head had been cut off. The bird's owner took him to the University of Utah in Salt Lake City and proved that it existed.
Oh, wow.
There you go. I don't think a headless chicken is a mystery animal.
Like, yeah, I
I
don't
de-
think it
like
counts as-
genetically speaking, it's a medical marvel that may have been a hoax, but it's not a mystery animal.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about the you. Let's talk instead about you. Why you? Because it's got a certain simplicity to it that I feel like there might be some genuinely.
Oh,
silly
there's
stuff
a
in here.
cryptid named
Oh,
Wahila.
we've
I was
got
like, what are you
ourselves
talking about?
some-
Like, you want to talk about?
Oh,
like,
this looks good.
Oh, that does look good.
The yew is a mythical creature.
Oof, we are no longer in cryptid territory, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Please take a shot.
That lived in the mountains from Chinese bestiaries, said to have an owl-like body attached to a human head.
This is
You
what
mean-
Mike could have been.
Wait, that doesn't. That's
That's clearly not a cryptid.
wouldn't that be a human head on an owl-like body?
Whatever, man.
Yeah,
But-
they
Isn't that how the syntax would go?
I believe so.
But again, this is clearly a mythical creature that is not at all a cryptid. This is just a mythical creature.
Okay.
And that's the entire thing. That's the entire article.
Fine. Well, you know what? You're making this hard, Sam.
There is also the Minnesota spoonbill.
Let's try the freaking
we
Minnesota
need a good one
spoonbill.
here. Well,
We
let's
need
end
a
on a
good.
high note.
These are all real pictures.
Those are real birds.
That's a bird.
I think Sam's rant about the Cryptid Wiki has some, like, you know, like, not that I didn't believe him at the
All
time.
right. What
but,
I'm
like,
gonna do, I'm gonna go back to the list of cryptids.
Let's find ourselves a good one.
alien big cats.
Alien big cats.
Alien big cats. Let's give it a click.
There's also the Amanthropoloides.
There's the
boys.
bear dog.
We could go full circle and end with a dog cryptid.
No, I want to see
Or-
alien big cats.
or-
I'm curious.
Bat
I
Squatch.
feel like Bat Squatch is the best.
Now,
thing.
Bat Squatch is one that I've already seen, but sure.
Okay, yeah. Sam,
Sasquatch with wings.
give us. Sam, do you want to read this one?
Yeah, sure. Because, like, I've already read a few things on Bat Squatch, you know?
But like,
Already
As
something
you do.
I was aware
yeah.
of.
Give us a rundown of Bat Squatch.
Bat Squatch is a flying cryptid that was allegedly sighted near Mount St. Helens in the 1980s.
I've been to Mount St. Helens.
It resembles a flying primate, similar to the ahul and the orangbati of Southeast Asia.
So wait, if you've been to Mount
And-
St. Helens, you've been in proximity to the Bat Squatch.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Dude.
Its name is a portmanteau derived from the words bat and Sasquatch.
Can you imagine?
I don't know if I would have figured that out on my own.
The
Yeah, Mount
creature,
Do you know anything about Mount St. Helens?
It exploded.
Yeah.
it has a bat squatch.
And it has a Bat Squatch. I know too.
It looks like, if you look at the volcano, it looks like a place where a legendary Pokemon lives.
No, well, there you go, bat squatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The legendary
Bat
Pokemon.
Squatch lives
Evidently.
in the mountains.
The
Final
creature
boss.
was said to have yellow eyes, a wolf-like muzzle, blue or fur.
What? It's either blue or fur.
It's we've got Sonic the Hedgehog here, guys.
Sharp teeth, bird-like feet. Now that just doesn't make any sense taxonomically. And leathery bat-like wings that
So-
span up to 50 feet. That's absurd.
First off, yeah, it's like first off, The bird-like feet are the things that don't line up taxonomically, not the wings.
Also, what is this voice you're going for here?
It's sort of like a Nick Cage adjacent.
For a second there,
Little
I
bit of
thought,
Patrick Warburton.
okay, I thought it was like slightly Australian, but
Well, let's go off of the taxonomical absurdities. Wolf mouth, that's a little suspect, but that could be bat-like. Okay, 6 limbs, mammal, that's absurd. And bird feet.
did it say 6 limbs?
Well, no, it has wings.
Right.
If you look at the,
okay.
Yeah,
so
I
the
guess.
wings counting. I'm like, what? You mean it's got an extra pair of arms? Like,
yeah, no, it has 6 limbs in this picture. In addition, Bat Squatch is said to be 9 feet tall, 50-foot wingspan. Does that check out?
yes. So that means each wing is about 25 feet.
Yeah.
So
So-
that means if it's folding up its wings.
That's
Like-
a full wingspan of 50 feet.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess if it's folding up its wings, it's gonna be stacked up on its back.
Yeah.
Even if it's compacted, it's got to be at least a few feet off
Think
of
of
its
like
back.
that. Okay, let's compare this 9 feet tall to this 50-foot wingspan. Okay, like how many is that the wingspan of? Is that comparable to the wingspan of an eagle or an albatross even? Mathematically.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I just want to move on to this next sentence that I
Yeah,
just read.
yeah.
This is possibly a misunderstood sighting of Mothman.
Yeah, that's the scientific explanation here, folks.
So,
That
is this
wasn't.
Mothman or Bat Squatch? I can't figure it out.
Well, they're both big
That's-
flying dudes.
That wasn't the part that I was looking at. The part that I was looking at is Sasquatch is said to be 9 feet tall and has the ability to affect car engines.
It's okay, so you can pick one superpower for your cryptid out of anything, and the superpower you choose is that you can affect car engines. So you can make somebody go Mach 5 if
That-
you really want to.
that's
you
both-
can just pimp
Well,
somebody's
no,
ride.
this is a top tier slasher power though. It's like you're Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
Whoop, they're getting in the car. Better stop it.
But that's both really specific and also really vague. How affected? How?
Yeah, it doesn't describe how it
Now
affects car engines.
I think the assumption is that it stops car
But
engines.
consider this: that it actually makes them go faster.
that'd
So
be,
you
that'd
talk
be
about
pretty
Jason
rad.
Voorhees slasher, but this is how the slasher operates: is that he makes cars go so fast that they're not
suddenly-
able to make that sharp turn. Or
Suddenly, your 86 Corolla is just barreling down the
Your
highway.
86 Corolla has been 86'd.
yes.
That's
Oh boy! I
But
promise.
here's the
the absolute unit that is Bat Squatch, just pimping your ride.
But here's the thing, though. I can see why Bat Squatch, it's talking about it stopping car engines, but Mothman is often credited for similar feats of stopping cars and causing disasters with technology and so forth.
Right.
So that leaves credence to the Mothman argument.
No, it does actually.
Okay.
wow.
Okay. There's not.
There's some pictures here. I encourage you, dear listener, to also browse the Bat Squatch page on the.
Now there are some that are and here's the thing with when you get into the Ahul and other bat primates, it's okay, if it's a really big bat with a monkey-like face, all right, that's a thing that may exist. But if you get to this 6-limbed gorilla with bat wings on its back like a demon, it's that's not how biology works, my dude.
It is when you're a cryptid.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, please read us this little quote here.
On April 1994, Brian Canfield was driving in Washington's Pierce County when his truck suddenly died.
What a coinky dink.
Yeah, I think we figured out whether or not he soups up your car or makes
Yeah.
it stop.
Canfield said that a large creature landed in front of him. He said it was human-like, 9 feet tall, with bat-like wings, and also sported a coat of blue fur.
Sonic?
Is it Sonic the Hedgehog? It's
It's Sonic Unleashed.
This is somebody's Sonic OC.
This is the werehog. You remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, this is somebody's Sonic OC. All right.
No!
It's somebody was what if Sonic and Rouge the Bat had a kid? and this is that.
And then that kid also got werehog syndrome.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I think we've solved the mystery.
Ever
if it weren't
since-
for those meddling podcasters.
Yeah.
Ever since then, it has not been seen, and skeptics dismiss it as a hoax.
So yeah, this
Wow.
guy was literally just on drugs.
Literally one guy saw it.
A possible second sighting
Oh.
was reported in
That was just Mothman.
was reported in 2009 near Mount Shasta in California. That's not Washington. Several hikers witnessed a huge creature with leathery wings.
Huge. The biggest creature I've ever seen. Absolutely huge.
Absolutely huge.
It was tremendous.
With leathery
Way better than
wings.
Crooked Hillary's cryptid.
Good lord. Spanning 50 feet, fly out of a crevice in the mountain. I almost said fountain. That would have been weird.
Was it a crevice or a crevasse?
It was a crevice.
It was a crevice,
Yeah.
specifically.
At first, an eyewitness described the creature as having a head similar to a pterodactyl. However, upon reconsideration, the witness claimed it was more akin to a bat or a fox.
Upon reconsideration,
Man, I saw this pterodactyl. No, it wasn't a pterodactyl.
It was really more
a
of a-
bat wolf.
On
fools.
on June 2011, Phoenix Tiraz, a pseudonym, because you can't be too careful in the cryptid
your
wiki.
pseudonym is Phoenix
We
Tiraz.
shared people's real name, but they were already public on the cryptid wiki.
He was in his yard walking his dog.
Wait.
She's like
How-
walking around his yard.
Like, is
How-
he doing laps?
How big of a yard do they
Is
have?
it like one of those just small fenced in suburban backyards where it's maximum
Is he- Or is he like secret? Is this
10 feet.
Wait, is
secretly?
this dog leashed in this backyard?
Is this secretly Caesar Milan? And he's just got like a
Phoenix
giant
Tiraz,
dog yard.
Caesar Milan. It's definitely a word jumble.
Yeah. He went to pick up the dog when he saw something in the sky. He said the following: "I saw something fly in the sky. It had bat wings, blue fur, and had a face similar to eyes glowing red. It was about 9 feet tall at the least. After I watched it, just flew away."
So it had a face similar to eyes glowing red.
No,
This
wait, and now
man-
here's the thing. Here's a fun one I learned from, what was that show with Doubting Dave?
Doubting Dave.
Dave.
That
no.
sounds familiar.
Myth something? Not Mythbusters. It was
That was a kid's show. It was like Mystery Hunters.
Mystery, something like that.
Yes.
Must have been.
And
Mystery Hunters.
they specifically discussed this, saying that if you're seeing a spooky creature with black or dark colored fur, it's probably gonna have green or brown eyes. And if you're seeing a spooky creature with red eyes, well, then it's probably white or blondish, you know?
Yeah, albino.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this whole thing of something that's immediately suspect is, in any of these, is dark fur, red eyes.
Interesting. Well, there's one more account. On April 14th,
Also, how did he know if it was 9 feet and had a bat-like face if it was in the sky?
you can eyeball it.
He's
You
got
know.
a telescope.
Even then, what do you have for,
He
like...
pulled out his little pirate-style handheld telescope.
What do you have for, like... What do you have to compare it to if it's in the sky? And how close to you did it get?
They also
Next
didn't.
question.
Yeah.
They also
stop.
didn't give a location in this one. In the Phoenix Tiraz account.
See, it says
The
Phoenix,
Phoenix
so I
Tiraz
at
account.
first assumed it was in Phoenix, but that's
No,
literally just the guy's
that's
pseudonym.
that's his Anyway,
You
on
mean pseudonym?
Shut up. I was hoping nobody would bug me about that.
On April 14th, 2014, at Archbishop Hoban High School in Akron, Ohio.
I was gonna say, if an archbishop saw it, then we know it's true.
That's Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
A second period Spanish class spotted a giant black mass zip by the window of the classroom at incredible speed.
Wow, you saw a raven. Good job.
The class claims it was about 9 feet tall with a 20 to 30 foot wingspan.
Now that's not consistent with the 50
Now
foot
that-
wingspan. It might be that we're dealing with a juvenile here.
I mean, we were dealing with a whole class of juveniles here.
Delinquents.
Yeah. That's like, when it gets to that like level of specificity, I gotta feel like there's some embellishment on the
Little
part
bit.
of the wiki here.
I'll bet.
Or
Anyway.
embellishment on the case of like
Everybody who ever saw this thing,
yeah.
but still,
So I think this has been our journey into the cryptid wiki.
That
for
was
today.
I liked that.
that was
Maybe.
entertaining.
If nothing else, in the last one we landed on something that was actually a cryptid.
Yeah. We should like, if we end up having like, quote unquote, multiple seasons
This is a regular
of Hit the
segment.
Hay.
Yeah.
Well, not like a regular, but like
every
like a bi-yearly.
yeah, or like something that we do like every few episodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've got a
Or
sort
we
of
can even browse different wikis too. Like,
yeah. Well, one for
Oh, well.
one for next time might be
Oh,
the
wow.
superhero wiki and pressing the random button and trying to create characters from it.
I like that idea.
That is a good idea.
That might be next episode. But anyway,
Maybe. We
So-
could that could just be a segment where we just like, cruise
Welcome
the
to-
wiki for a bit.
Yeah.
welcome to Cruise the Wiki.
Our new podcast.
Everybody's gone
Hit the Hay spin-off.
surfing. Surfingfandom.com.
All right, guys. So I've got a little bit of a
Okay.
kind of a sketch.
That's
idea.
great news.
This has got to be a short one because we're just
We're
about...
we're over time here.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. Being an evil overlord is tough. Crushing legions beneath your boot holes.
Food holes?
Shut up. Makes you hungry. And that's why I opened up Evil Overlord Burger. Evil Overlord Burger. Try our new Tyrant combo. With 3 patties that sure aren't made for Minotaurs. Evil Overlord Burger. Capitalism rules you, and so do I.
Okay.
Thank you to our sponsor,
Sponsors,
Evil Overlord Burger. We couldn't make the podcast happen without them. They're the reason that we eat.
Minotaurs, what?
And
Sweet.
we eat their Minotaurs.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Try
you.
our cockatrice fingers.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh.
But it's a lizard chicken. Come on, it turns you
Alright.
to stone.
Well, and with that, it's time to close. Thank you so much for listening. We had a lot of fun making this episode.
It's
Yeah.
been a slice.
It has truly been at least a slice.
Yeah,
At
it's a
least.
slice and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some more Game Boys coming out
Yeah,
Game
real
Boys?
soon.
Game Boys?
Yeah, dude.
Game Boys?
Game Boys.
Game Boys?
Yeah.
Yeast?
So look forward to that. Until then, I guess it may or may not be time to hit the hay.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Later, fam.
All right.
See
hay.
y'all.
Haymakers.